On today's episode, Manny and I are going to be flipping this trash to treasure piece of furniture. You can tell by these pictures that it is definitely a hard project that we're going to have to go through. It's actually upside down because we always start our projects upside down. But this piece is something we actually got from a viewer. How cool is that? So a viewer had this in storage. It had been water damaged and it had a bunch of geckos nesting in it. How funny is that? But we are going to do a really cool treatment on here, something that you have never seen me do on this channel. And it is perfect for those of you who have a piece that is completely trashed and can't be refinished to the original finish, to make it look really cool and unique. And you can do this in any color combination. I can't wait to show you how to do this. So let's get started. So if you are new to my channel, or if you have not been watching the series that we've been doing, lately we have been decorating and furnishing my sister-in-law's house for free using free items or things that I could find super cheap at the thrift store. This is one of our free items, and this piece took us quite a bit of work to make look nice again, but it is something that I think you guys are really going to enjoy because it is a project that is perfect for those of you who have pieces of furniture that are trashed in your garage, or they've been beat up by kids for many years, or whatever it may be. This is the perfect example of how you don't need to throw those things away. And we're going to take this beat up piece of furniture that we got for free from one of our viewers, thank you, and we're going to turn it into an awesome TV entertainment center cabinet thing for my sister-in-law for part 4 of our series where we furnish her home for her. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite things that I have done for her house, and I've been waiting to get this done, and we just had to wait for the time to come up for us to actually spend the time fixing this. But Manny is going to take care of most of the early part of the work. He's going to do all the prep work. He's going to be doing the painting for me, and then I will be showing you the really awesome paint technique that I'm going to use on here that anybody could do at home towards the end of the video. But first thing he's doing is he cleaned out all the sand that was in here. I don't know how that sand got in there in the first place. We were laughing so hard when we went to pick this up because it was in a storage shed, not like in somebody's backyard, but like in an apartment complex where they have individual storages for everybody. It was kind of like a garage, actually. And there was a whole bunch of sand underneath this, and we could not figure out where the sand came from. If you know anything about how that could have happened, please let me know in the comment section down below, because we were completely stumped. It seemed as though it was a bunch of geckos or lizards that had brought the sand in somehow. So I don't know. That's just our best guess. But we did get all the sand cleaned out of it, and Manny is prepping it to be fixed up. We took the doors off, or Manny took the doors off. And the reason for that is that this is going to be a TV cabinet, and my sister-in-law's kids play video games. So they have a PlayStation and a Nintendo that they're going to be playing, and it has a shelf inside these cabinet areas, so that would be perfect to hold their PlayStation games and whatever else they may need to store. And then it also has the drawers, which would be great to put controllers in, or TV remotes, whatever you need to put in there, or like chargers for things. I think this is going to be really, really useful for them, as well as being a really unique piece of furniture. The underside had been so damaged that we actually removed the base of it when we picked it up and threw it away immediately, because it was like, I don't know, the sand had really damaged it with moisture. So it's actually missing the base of the buffet that originally was on there. So Manny has prepped all of that. He's sanding everything nice and getting it really smooth for us to get started with making this look the way we want it to look. And so once he's done sanding, he's going to fill in all the holes from the cabinets, or whatever holes that he finds in here, to make sure that it's got a nice smooth area, and then he's going to sand that down.
Said it out
once Manny was done with that cleaning and prep work, it's time for him to build the base. So we had some 2x6s left over from a project we had done in our backyard that has just been sitting in a pile waiting to be useful again, and he's going to use those to build a nice little base on this cabinet. It was like a china buffet table, and now it's going to be a TV stand, so we'll just call it a TV stand. But he's going to screw these in and make sure that they are nice and sturdy. We are also going to be putting on some cast iron legs on here, so he's making sure that everything is nice and straight and strong so that those cast iron legs will have something to hold on to. And it wouldn't be a true trash to treasure without using lots of scraps. Another time we're going to get to use scraps on this project is right now, where he's pulling some wood out from us doing a demo in our own house. We demoed out a built-in that had been actually hiding some water damage behind it. We didn't know it was there until we took it out. But for the wood that was not damaged, he's going to reuse some of it to create some like furring strips, or I don't know, I guess just stacked up wood to help level everything out underneath there, and or like shims, I guess that'd be a better word for it. And then he's going to create some triangles to put in the corners to make everything nice and strong, and it cost nothing to do. Now it's time to prep for paint. So he's going to vacuum up all the big dust, and then he's going to go over it with a microfiber rag to get off all of the fine dust. This is an important step, and you want to make sure that you don't skip it, because you don't want your paint to be ruined and all that prep work to be for nothing because of dust getting in your paint finish and leaving a rough surface. So he's going to make sure that there's not any dust in there to mess up his paint job. My husband does not like painting, and he has not really learned a whole lot about paint yet because he doesn't enjoy it very much. And I don't blame him. Some people just don't enjoy painting. But this is a really good example of how you don't have to have a lot of skill or practice or anything to do a project like this. We are using the Rust-Oleum enamel spray paint that has a 15-minute dry time. This stuff is excellent for fast projects or for beginners who are just trying to start out on doing some projects for their own home. This stuff is extremely durable once it is cured. I would give it about 3 days to really cure well before using the item. And I am not sponsored by Rust-Oleum at all. I am just sharing this because this is a great product, and I think it's something that is really simple for anybody to use. And that is all about what my channel is about, is making things easy and affordable and pretty. Now he's going to be sanding and prepping the shelves that go inside the cabinets for paint, as well as the drawers, prepping them for paint as well. He's going to tape them off, and then we are not taking the hardware off because we decided that we wanted the hardware to also be black. I think that his sister's really going to like it like that. And also, I think the reason that Manny is doing such a good job on the paint, even though he hates it, is because it is for his sister and for her children, which are his niece and nephews. And I think he actually was really enjoying doing this project because he could just picture the kids playing video games on there and enjoying it in their home. And he loves playing video games too. And so I think that he just really had that mental picture in his head throughout all of the project while he was working on it, that they were really going to like it. And sometimes doing things for others is so much more fun than doing it for yourself. Before we flip it over and paint the top, we have to attach these awesome cast iron legs on here. I got these from Hobby Lobby on their half off day for their hardware stuff, and it was only $7.50 a piece for the legs, which I think is a really great piece. You can't even find prices like that on Amazon. And he attached them using a nice long screw in there to make sure that it was going to be very strong. Although I will say, I would not recommend using these on a piece of furniture that's going to get moved a whole lot, because I do worry a little bit, like if somebody were to drag this and be really rough with it, I don't know how well those legs would hold up to like really being beat up that way. But thankfully this is just going to sit and it's strong enough to hold it up, that's for sure. But now he's sanding the top, and he's also using our vacuum, our shop vac, to blow the dust away from the paint. Since it's so humid, the paint is still a little bit tacky. So he's just trying to make sure that none of that dust rests and settles on that tacky paint. And then he's doing a really simple light coats on the top of the dresser. Now remember, I'm doing a different finish on the top of the dresser, so do not judge if there is blotchiness in his paint. Remember, he doesn't love painting. He's kind of a beginner painter, and it was the perfect project to show you that you also do not have to be super amazing at doing a perfect paint finish, because what I'm going to show you after this is perfect for just that. If you accidentally made something super blotchy, do what I'm about to show you. So I'm doing it in the color Woodwick, and I'm going to use this wood tool. It makes a wood graining pattern, and I got these on Amazon. I'll have them linked in my Amazon store down below. But what you're going to do is you're going to use any kind of brush to apply on a light coat of whatever color paint that you're going to be using to create your top layer of your wood grain. I have the black underneath, and then this brown color is going to become the wood grain. So it's going to look like there's two wood grains together, a black and a brown. And another great thing is, I'll show you right here, if you mess up, it's so easy to just go right back over and do it again. As long as you're not working in an area where there's a fan blowing and making it dry really fast, then you can go over it as many times as you want before it dries. You just rock that tool back and forth over the paint, and it creates a really awesome wood grain effect. And you can do this in any color combination that you want. So if you're going for a lighter, more French country look, you can do two different colors of brown, or you can do a white background with a taupe colored paint, or you can do a taupe background with a white colored paint, and mix and match different types of wood grain however you want it to be on your piece, but it ends up looking really, really cool. And I did this once before on the entry table that we put in my sister-in-law's house, but I wanted this to match that one, and I thought it was a great opportunity for me to show you how I did it. I literally just made this up. I'm sure plenty of people have done this before. I haven't seen it because I don't get to watch YouTube a whole lot, but it's something that I thought you all would really, really enjoy. And something else you can do too is take that wood grain tool and flip it in the opposite direction, and that way you get more unique wood grains that look different in each stripe. And they also have wider tools and skinnier tools that you can do. It comes in a pack of 3, the one that I got. And I'll link the one I used as well as a couple others that I can find, so you guys can try out different ones if you want. It actually comes with a handle too to make it much easier, but my daughter got a hold of the handle and she was playing with it, and I have no idea where she put it. It's probably somewhere in one of her toy boxes. But you don't really need it. You can still do it just how I'm doing, where you hold on to where the handle actually goes into. That is just mom life right there. This is reality. I always keep it real with you guys. And this project only took me about 30 minutes. So Manny had a lot of the heavy lifting on this project. I'm so thankful for him having done that. And I think he really enjoyed doing it for his sister. But here's how it looks once it is dry after I had painted or done the wood grain effect on there. And I am going to put a clear coat over it. Technically, I don't have to because that paint I use has a sealer in it. But we want it to be really durable. And I also want it to be glossy because the black we use is a semi-gloss. So I want to make sure that the top has the same kind of shine that the rest of the piece does. Plus, glossy finishes are stronger, they hold up better, and they clean easier. And I think that is perfect for a single mom with 4 children. She really needs things to work hard for her instead of just being pretty. So I want to make sure that the finish that I'm putting on there is going to be something that she can easily take care of and maintain without having to worry about fixing anything. And I did 3 coats using that little sponge, and I will also link these sponges in my Amazon store. They're really cheap at Amazon or on Amazon, and I think that you can. I mean, I've had mine probably 3 years and I haven't had to buy any new ones. So it's something that's going to last you a really long time. You'll use over and over again, and it makes it to where you have no brush strokes in your clear coat finish. We let it dry for another day, and then we took it over to her house to replace her current TV stand with the new one. And we were seriously so excited to do this, and she did not want to see it until it was completely done. She wanted to be surprised. So this was her first time seeing it, was us bringing it in and actually placing it in her house. This is probably the second to the last time that we're going to be over here to put stuff in her house. I think the next video is going to end up being the final reveal, and we are so close to being done. And I really think that this added so much warmth to this room and made it really feel like a home and feel like a beautiful place that you can put all your things away. Everything has a place, which is the best feeling, is being able to have everything in its place, especially when you have a large family with lots of kids. I also brought over this black lamp that I bought from one of my viewers, a different person than who I got the furniture from. She had sold me some art and lamps and different things. Some of it's going to be in the next video, actually. But let's put these shelves in here, and that way they can set up their video games and have it ready to go for the weekend, enjoy it. And it was such a fun project to do. I think it turned out so unique. Let me know what you think of how this turned out in the comments. Are you going to be trying it out with some other colors? Her colors that she likes are black and red and just more dark tones. And so if it were me, I probably would have done like white and tan or something like that, because I like all the lighter colors. But I love doing things for people in the colors that they love. Also, that bookshelf right there is something that we gave her to use as well, and I thought it went really well with the green pops that we had in the kitchen with the dishes. She also really likes green, so that is our third color that we put into her decor. What do you think of how it turned out? Are you excited to see the final reveal of her house, her rental house, in the next video? I know I am. I am so excited for it to be done. We're gonna have to have like a big barbecue or something when it's all finished. And a lot of you have been asking, where is my sister-in-law while we are doing all this? Well, her and her family were all there in the background. That's why I can't get many widescreen shots or like whole room shots in some of these pictures, because they are there helping. They just don't want to be on camera, which is understandable. But she has definitely paid us back with her friendship and her family love, and she also is an amazing cook. So a lot of you are saying, oh, why isn't she helping, or where is she during all of this? She cooked us amazing meals every time we've come over here, and she is always helpful to us. She's a very giving and kind person, and totally and truly deserves this, to have somebody do things for her and help her. So they also made us some amazing steak and rice, and it was absolutely amazing. Completely worth it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I hope you really enjoyed today's project and that inspires you to go home and fix up something that you thought about tossing. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.